Chapter 8. Beelzebub. Beelzebub and Lucas arrive in the empty realm. The angels have done a marvelous job. There are risers and seats everywhere. Tables out in front for the prosecution and defense. A large seat for death. Beelzebub has to take a moment to adjust the collar on his suit. It looks beautiful, with silver-toned accents that match his cigarette case. It was delivered the night before, and he appreciates the few extra added details the tailor put in. "This is bound to be fun," Lucas says sarcastically, holding his briefcase. "I still can't believe you got Death to be the judge. Masterful work, Your Highness." "Don't worry about it," Beelzebub says softly, and nudges Lucas's arm. "There's Nergal." They start forward. There is a holy cage of sorts. Nergal is kneeling inside, hands to either side, meditating. Moss is growing along the brown collar of his jacket. It's also growing on the floor and the cage. What is that? Nergal is one of the elements, Highness. They can stop a lot of his demonic power with the warding, but elements will still come to him. The moss is growing toward him, not out from him. It's seeking him out. Which is why we aren't stopping it. Solus, Heaven's head of security, looks between them. "I am Solus, a representative of Heaven. Only his council may speak with him." "That's fine." Beelzebub motions Lucas along to speak to Nergal. "Thank you, Lucas. I'll leave you to your client." Lucas walks off, and Beelzebub turns away. "Where are the seats for the royal family?" "Up at the top of the stairs, sir." Solus points. "Demons to the left, heaven to the right." Beelzebub looks up, sees the seats, and smiles. While they are not close, he and Michael are seated parallel to one another. He closes his eyes, allowing the warm sun to lay on his face briefly, closing his eyes to enjoy the moment. He does like Earth. It has things hell doesn't. Sun and warm breezes are his favorite. The empty realm exists on Earth, but humans will never find it. It's been a long time since Beelzebub was outside. A throat clears. Beelzebub opens his eye and turns to the angel before him. "Hello, I am Raguel." The taller, dark-haired angel walks forward. "Beelzebub, Crown Prince of Hell." Beelzebub holds out his hand, but the angel shakes his head, clearly disinterested in the handshake. "We hope you understand the gravity of such a conviction." Beelzebub lowers his hand and nods. "I do, and so does Nergal." He looks around. Many people are already in the stands, and seats fill with angels and demons, all to witness the trial. "This is my brother Phanuel," Raguel says, pointing behind him. "Twins?" "No, I was created first. Phanuel came just after." Phanuel comes forward and extends a hand that Beelzebub shakes. "You can call me Han," he beams. "That's enough, Phanuel." Phanuel backs away from Beelzebub at his brother's stern warning. Beelzebub looks at the taller angel. "Is the hybrid here, and her child?" "Yes, Quilla and her son," Raguel nods. "Your counselor will be able to speak with her." "Good." Beelzebub nods. "All seems well in hand. Thank you so much for being so cooperative." "And Heaven thanks you for your cooperation as well," Phanuel adds. But his brother's stern look silences Phanuel. "For now, Your Highness, you may take your seat. There's a throne for you just there." Raguel turns, pointing at the seat Solus had told him about before. Raguel turns his head to glare at his brother again, an act that causes the younger angel to go silent. Beelzebub sighs. That's not good. "A throne, you say?" Beelzebub smirks. "Pulled out all the stops, did we?" "You would have to ask the High Commander." Raguel looks away. "Will he be in attendance?" Beelzebub asks Raguel. "Of course he will." Raguel turns. "Come, brother, we must discuss these outbursts." The smaller angel goes with him, but glances back at Beelzebub briefly. Beelzebub walks up the center of the room's stairs to the seats in the higher part of the styled auditorium. Thrones, not so much, just seating. Beelzebub and Michael look to be seated on the highest level to oversee the trial. "I hope they are to your liking," a soft voice says. Beelzebub turns and sees the angel speaking to him. "I am Prince Beelzebub." "Ariel," she smiles at him. "Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel will be coming along shortly," she says, turning to their seats to lay out small notebooks and pens. "Will you be joining us?" Beelzebub asks. The golden-eyed angel, with dark hair and dark skin, shakes her head. "I leave things like this to others with far more interest for justice." She beams at him. "Have a good day, Your Highness." She does bow, which catches him off guard before she turns and leaves him. No angel has shown such respect to him before, save for Michael. "Brother," Leviathan's voice catches Beelzebub's attention. "This had best be quick." He is pulling at his coat sleeves and looking at the seats. "Do you have somewhere to be?" Beelzebub chuckles and smiles as Asmodeus, Leviathan's twin, comes to his side. "Hello, dear sister." He leans in, kissing her on the cheek before stepping back to look at Leviathan. "Nay, but I would rather not be here, you must understand." He looks around. "If the angel brings holy water, I cannot command it. You know this. My ability to protect us from it will be for naught." "I do understand. We have treaties in place for a reason, Leviathan. Michael doesn't want war with hell." Beelzebub motions to the seats. "Worry not." "Thine trust in Michael does not grant peace for my mind," Leviathan scowls. "For all we know, this could simply be a trap." He looks scared. "Well, good thing I'm in charge. Find your seat, brother." Beelzebub smiles. "Well, they didn't have to stand for such a ceremony on our accounts, but I won't complain." Asmodeus takes her brother's arm. "Come, sit, before you make a worse scene." "Aye, fair sister." He goes with his sister, and they sit in their chairs. Asmodeus takes Leviathan's hand and smiles at Beelzebub. Beelzebub lingers in the doorway, as if willing Michael to appear. When he doesn't, Beelzebub takes his seat. The next being passing through the doorway is a beautiful specimen of an angel. One Beelzebub does not recall meeting. The angel must be Gabriel or Raphael. He isn't exactly sure. Beelzebub notes how Leviathan sits forward in his seat. The angel wears a soft gray suit with gold accents, flowers on his lapel, and up in his long red hair. "One of their generals?" Asmodeus asks. "Who is that, Beelzebub?" Leviathan speaks before he can answer. "General Raphael of Health and Healing," Leviathan says. "You shouldn't desire something that isn't for you." Asmodeus pulls out her journal and writes down a few notes. "Brother, that's simply a terrible idea." "Wanting has never hurt anyone," Leviathan argues to her. Beelzebub just smiles. "Sometimes it's the having that does not live up to the expectations of the wants." "Is that so?" Beelzebub smiles brightly at him. "'Tis," he answers softly, and leans back in his chair, meeting Beelzebub's smirk before he looks away. "What angel hurt you?" Asmodeus doesn't look up as she speaks. "Not an angel," Leviathan sighs, "and they were no one. It wasn't an angel who hurt him, it was a human." And Beelzebub remembers the depths of Leviathan's pain. People can salvage some relationships, and others cannot. At that moment, Michael walks through the door and meets his eyes. Beelzebub swallows hard, turning away to look elsewhere. He catches Asmodeus looking back at him, but she says nothing, and for that he is thankful. Being a brother to Asmodeus, who can see your every desire, even if vaguely, is not fun sometimes.